Hey guys, happy Friday! Before I go on to actual stuff, because I don't know how long this is gonna last, Amazon is having a sale on a lot of Firefly things. They have this epic book, which if you haven't seen it, it's a Firefly, a collection. It's this big, feels like leather, but I know it's not. It feels awesome, but it's got all of the scripts from every episode. It's got detailed costume drawings from all the characters. It's got interviews. It's a really cool book, and it's usually $50, and I think it's like $30 right now. And they're also having a sale on the Blu-rays, which are usually $90. I got them for $20 last night. I think it's gone up a little bit since then, but seriously, it's usually $90. So if you're a fan, go do that, because I have no idea how long these are lasting. Okay, now that the sales pitch is over, this week Steph started off in her awesome Rogue costume, and Steph, seriously, it is awesome, though I wouldn't have expected any less, really. And your southern accent's not that bad. No, but seriously, it was adorable, and I love you, and you know that already. But no, kudos on the costume. It looks fantastic. And Power, I'm so glad you were feeling better this week, and I'm glad that Harry visited you, because I've missed him. Don't give him any fire whiskey, he starts breaking things. And you asked us how we felt about where technology is in the world and how it's progressing, and I'm with you on that whole front. I am okay with where it is now. It's pretty much involved in every aspect of our life right now. Not that I'm complaining, because otherwise we wouldn't know each other, you know, most likely. But I do know we're gonna move forward. Obviously, everything keeps developing, but I don't know. I do really want teleportation to become a main form of transportation, because it would make so many things in life so much easier. But I'm definitely with Mario on the whole chip thing. I don't want a chip anywhere. I don't want it. I don't even have a little ear Bluetooth device thingy, and that may or may not be because I don't want to be turned into a Cyberman at any point in my life. Look, I'm sorry your Halloween was kinda meh, but if it makes you feel any better, I had to fight for my life. And you had to ask us what our favorite all-time costume has been, and you you know how hard that question is gonna be answered. Why would you ask that? Why? Luna Lovegood, I wear repeatedly for various reasons, and I keep adding stuff to her and changing it up because I love the character so much, and the costume's really comfortable. And I really love my new Supergirl costume because it involved making a lot of things that I'd never made before and figuring out ways to do things, and that was a lot of fun, and I really liked how it turned out. But I suppose my all-time favorite was my Jack Sparrow from when I was like 16, because I was super anal about like the beads that I was using and the stripes on the scarves. I think I've mentioned this before, I may not have, I don't know. And I even made little braided beards that I got to play with all night, and then I got to spend the night trick-or-treating under the influence and walking around like a lunatic, and that was just fun. So thanks for making me answer that, because now they all know I have a favorite and I've stunted their future growth. And speaking of costumes, can we just talk about how awesome Nathan Fillions was this year? Come on. Seriously. Mario, thank you. Thank you for all the crazy compliments. You are too awesome for words, and I hope you know that by now, sir. And as Dumbledore said last week, your acting was good enough to give me a proper amount of willies, so don't count yourself out of the acting business just yet. I'm so glad you talked about the Disney Lucas joining. I knew you would. I didn't think you were just not gonna talk about it, but I'm glad you talked about it in a legitimate way, because my brain kind of just went, Star Wars parody with Mickey and Minnie as Luke and Leia? Dancing Jar Jar Binks in the parades. Is Leia a Disney princess now? Leia, Mickey, Leia, Mickey. Mickey! So yeah, if you want to have a legitimate conversation about the topic, talk about the pros and cons and the concerns, go watch Mario's video, leave a comment, because obviously my brain hasn't functioned properly since hearing the news. And guys, I know I've already talked about this last week, but now that I've actually finished it all in one very long sitting, I can legitimately 100% definite recommend this to read. I think that was a sentence that made sense. After making it all the way through, I still think the writing is fantastic and that the story is excellent. And even if you don't get all the references, which I definitely did not, it's still a really good story. And then the references that you do get will make you go, ah, yes, yes! Do it. read it. So tomorrow is the Vegas Valley Comic Book Festival, and I didn't go last year, I wasn't able to, so I don't actually know what all's going to be happening there, but I am excited nonetheless, because if it's anything like the Comic Expo was, or even if it's not, even if it's completely different, I'm excited, and I get to see friends that I haven't seen in a while. And next weekend is Anime Vegas, which will actually be the first Anime Vegas I've been to that Steph wasn't at, along with our mutual friend Jen, who was the one who originally got me into cosplaying and going to conventions. But if you happen to be going to the Comic Festival or Anime Vegas, please say hi. Hi. Okay, so I feel like this video is going to be super long, and with my computer moving like molasses last week, I'm going to cut myself off here and end it by giving you a link to the most epic tea-related video you will ever experience. Go behold the glory of Alan Rickman. Hope everyone has a good weekend, stay geeky, and we'll see you next week.